All right, 3, 2, 1. All right, let's continue our coverage from Radio Row at Super Bowl 60 with the most famous fullback in the history of Minnesota football. It is C.J. Ham. And former Viking Shane Jacobson. We're going to talk about the things that you all are working on in a moment. But I got to tell you, because Commanders played the Vikings this year, I have never met a more beloved fullback in my life than you. There's signs everywhere for C.J. Ham.
No, I definitely appreciate it. Us, Skull Nation is the best fan base in the whole NFL, and to be with one team, one organization for 10 years, just to build that relationship, to build that trust with the fan base has been pretty special.
You were undrafted, right?
Correct.
Did you ever envision you'd be with one team for that period of time after coming in by that route?
No, because usually my first 6 years in the league or so, I'm just trying to make it every single year.
Yeah.
Just going year by year, trying to put my best foot forward. And that's kind of the mentality you need to have, obviously, to make it for a long time in any sports team. Is just having that, that mindset of, hey, every year's a new year, nothing's guaranteed, and that's kind of how I went about it.
Yep. And Shane, you're here with us. You're working with the American Cancer Society. Of course, played with the Vikings back in the early 2000s. Tell me a little bit about the work that you're doing.
I wish I played for the Vikings back in the early 2000s. I'm a kid from Iowa, so I grew up cheering for all the Midwest teams. But no, I'm privileged to serve as the CEO of the American Cancer Society, partner with the National Football League on the Crucial Catch Initiative. This guy right here, CJ, he's been an ambassador for the Crucial Catch Initiative for a long time. Last year, our ambassador of the year. Leader on the field, leader off the field. But the Crucial Catch Initiative, really one that's focused on bringing awareness and attention to the need for screening for cancer. The earlier we can catch cancer, which I know this is an important movement for the NFL alumni, the earlier we can catch cancer, the better chance we have to beat it.
Yep. And is this a personal issue for you?
Yes, it is. And I think just about everybody in this room has had a story or of someone in their family or directly in their life that has been affected by cancer or has cancer. So with me, it was my mother. I lost my mother to pancreatic cancer about 5.5, 6 years ago, and I appreciate it. And she was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer. And pancreatic cancer is a cancer that's hard to beat no matter what the stage is. But stage 4, obviously, you hear stage 4, you think like this is it. This is the hardest of the hardest. And she was able to fight that battle for a lot longer than doctors gave her. For 14 months. But speculating, thinking about it, knowing the American Cancer Society and the NFL Crucial Catch Initiative about detecting things early, I speculate like, man, if she would have caught it just a little bit earlier, she might have had a couple more months, more years, a better quality of life, or just a chance to beat it in and of itself.
Yeah.
So now that I am where I am now, and what my family's gone through, I feel like it's my job to be a voice to others out there to go and get screened. Don't be afraid to get screened, because if you catch it early, big things can happen.
Yes.
Every second, every moment matters when it comes to diagnosing cancer.
On that particular one, pancreatic cancer, is that the one where there's some advancements overseas with one of the doctors that has discussed some therapies?
Yeah, there was a recent headline that there's been some advances. We've seen advances in the last several years in the area of pancreatic cancer. It's one of the most devastating cancer diagnoses, of course, often diagnosed at stage 4. So it's almost always late. It's almost impossible to detect. But
because you don't feel the symptoms?
It's largely asymptomatic. But broadly, we're making such great advances in the fight against cancer. The American Cancer Society just announced earlier this month, for the first time ever, that the 5-year survivorship rate is now above 70%. So if you're diagnosed with cancer today, you've got a better chance than ever to beat cancer. Screening is a key part of that. So for anybody watching, pay attention to the screening guidelines. For example, if you're 45 years old, right now, if you're 45 years old or older, you should consult your doctor and strongly consider ACS guidelines, which is to have a colonoscopy.
Yeah.
It takes some courage to step forward and say, okay, it's time, I'm going to do it. But if you do it and cancer happens to be identified, you've got a better chance to beat it.
Yeah. Can you talk about the Crucial Catch Initiative and how you've worked with the NFL with that?
Since 2009, the American Cancer Society and the NFL have been in a partnership through Crucial Catch. Twofold goal. One is to bring awareness to screenings, which we have ambassadors like CJ doing this all the time, bringing great awareness. The second is to raise dollars to afford screening in the communities, in particular all 32 NFL team markets. Since 2009, we have raised $35 million together Those resources have gone directly into the communities, provided more than 840,000 screenings, depending on how you want to look at it. Fortunately or unfortunately, within that 840,000, yes, people have been diagnosed with cancer. That's unfortunate, but it's fortunate many times caught early, and we could save more lives.
Before we let you go, we're sitting here in front of the NFL alumni set. You just became one. You're like the newest member.
Newest member.
Has it dawned? Has it hit you yet?
No.
Retiring from the league?
No, not yet. I mean, with the season being over, everybody's done anyways. Besides 2 teams playing in the Super Bowl, obviously. But I know, once the guys go back to OTAs, get ready for training camp, early July, it's probably going to feel a little different. But I'm excited. I'm excited to be with the family and just create new memories and have new adventures with them.
Yeah. What do you want to do next? What's your transition?
We'll see. I've been given advice to take a month, take 1 month for every year you played in the league. So that's 10 months for me.
See you in 2027.
Maybe make it a year and just kind of see where God leads you, and not try to jump into anything too early.
Yeah. And you're happy with your decision?
I'm definitely happy.
And you're satisfied with your career?
I'm just a pawn in God's story. So yes.
CJ Ham, Shane Jacobson, thank you so much. It was great meeting you guys. Thank you.